close your eyes and just allow yourself to focus on what I described to you. In a moment, I will describe a special sandbox that you will imagine. As you continue to listen, focus on letting your breathing slow. Just breathe in slowly and breathe out slowly. Breathe in, feel the air coming into your body. Breathe out, feel your body relax as the air leaves your body. Breathe in. It feels so good to breathe. Out. It feels so good to relax. With each breath, you feel your body relax more and more. You are able to fully focus on what I am saying with each breath you take, relaxing more and more. It feels so good. Now, imagine that it is a sunny day and you are outside standing by the edge of a giant sandbox. This is a special sandbox filled with multicolored sand. In one part of the sandbox, you see a pile of neon green sand. Another part of the sandbox has bright purple sand. In another section, you see a sparkling yellow sand. In still another, you see a sunny orange. Every color of the rainbow is in the sandbox. And at the edges of the colors, where they blend into another color, you see the mix of colors making a different blended color. Greenish yellow, purplish green, blue-green. Through the middle of the sandbox flows a narrow stream of water lined with multicolored pebbles, contrasting with the colors of the sandbox. You can hear the soft sound of the stream as it flows. You notice the wet pebbles glistening in the sunlight. You step into the sandbox. You are barefoot. You feel the warmth of the sand as your toes sink into the sand. You wiggle your toes in the sand, feeling the sand flow between your toes. The warm sand feels so good as it covers your feet. You lift your foot to take a step and feel the warm sand flowing off your foot. As you listen carefully with each step you take, you notice the soothing sounds of the sand as it shifts and flows across your feet. When you walk from one color to another, you notice the mixture of colors flowing across your feet and how they mix with one another. In some areas of the sandbox are mounds of soft sand, and you sink up to your ankle or knee in the silky smoothness. It feels so good to feel the warm sand against your leg. When you lift your leg to take another step, you watch as the sand releases your leg, still feeling the soothing warmth from the sand, relaxing your feet and legs. You notice the sand releasing your foot and see the imprint of your foot in the sand. The dry grains of sand begin to flow into the hole that was created by your foot, slowly filling the hole so that it looks like a small depression in the sand instead of a footprint. You turn and watch that sand flowing into the holes left by each step you take. You look around and find your favorite color. You walk to that color, noticing the shifting sand with each step. When you get to your favorite color, you sit down in the middle of that color and pick up a handful of sand. You open your hand and let the sand flow through your fingers. As the sand flows through your fingers, you notice the soft silkiness of the flow. It is amazing how a single piece of sand is a hard grain, and yet when it flows through your hands, it feels soft like water flowing over your hands. You pick up more handfuls of the warm sand, stretch your legs out in front of you, and let the sand fall on top of your legs. You watch as the little streams of sand flow down the sides of your legs and start to form little piles on the sides of your legs. Gathering more and more handfuls of sand, you slowly cover your legs. You feel the warmth of the sand all around your legs, making them feel warm, pleasant, and heavy with relaxation. Once your legs are covered, you lift one leg, feeling it come free of the weight of the sand covering it. Then you lift your other leg and watch as the sand flows off of it. You decide to wet some sand and make it into a sculpture. You pick up a small bowl and gather some water from the stream. Wetting the sand, you notice how the water causes the color of the sand to become darker than the dry sand. The water packs the sand down, and as you pour the water, you watch the little rivulets of water flow across the sand until they spread out and disappear. You gather the wet sand with your hands and begin to pat it into a shape. You begin to create a sculpture of anything that you like. Wanting to make your sculpture with different colors, you scoop up other colors in your bowl and set it in piles next to your sculpture. Again, you get more water and wet the different piles of sand. You notice the different colors as you wet the sand. You continue by adding the different colors to your creation, patting and smoothing sand into different shapes. As you work on the sculpture, your mind is completely focused on your creation. Just noticing the feel of the sand, the different colors, the texture of the sand when it is dry and when it is packed hard with water. You continue to add colors to your sculpture and enjoy watching it take shape. When you finish your sculpture, you sit back to admire your work. As you sit, feeling the pleasant warmth of the sun above you and the silkiness of the sand below, you notice a caterpillar crawling across the sand. You turn over on your belly with your chin propped up on your hands to get a closer look. You watch as the caterpillar navigates tiny hills of sand. You see the little legs coordinating as it crosses the sand. You notice how one part of its body may be moving up as another is moving down, depending on the shape of the sand it is crossing. Fascinated by the movement of the caterpillar, you watch as it moves across the sand one way and then another. A tiny trail is left behind by the caterpillar. The trail curves through the sand. You notice as the caterpillar moves from one color of sand to another, how the colors of the caterpillar may deepen or fade depending on the background color. With some colors, it almost disappears and you have to look closely to track its progress. Soon, the caterpillar has crossed the sand and climbs out of the sandbox into the grass. You watch as it disappears into the blades of grass. At first, you can see a little movement of the grass as it continues on, but then you no longer notice any sign of the caterpillar. You lie back in the sand, feeling the warm sand support your body. You close your eyes and feel the sensation of warmth from the sun on the front of your body and the warmth of the sand on your back, a pleasant, soothing warmth. It feels so good to relax in the sand under the warmth of the sun. You feel a pleasant breeze flowing across your body. You open your eyes and look up at the sky. A nearby tree spreads branches across part of the sandbox, and you can see the blue sky flickering through the leaves, swaying gently in the breeze. The sun glitters through the leaves, and you notice the patches of shade around you, and how the rays of sunlight glisten where they touch the sand. Through the leaves, you see fluffy white clouds floating lazily across the sky. You notice the different patterns created by the swaying leaves against the blue sky and ever-changing forms of the clouds. You let your imagination
It's 9:15 a.m. To hear your
wander as you look at the shapes of the clouds. You can see castles and dragons and animals and trees and all sorts of things in the shapes of the clouds. The warmth of the sun and the gentle breeze relax your body. You feel yourself beginning to drift. You close your eyes. Your whole body feels so relaxed. As you lie in the sand, experiencing the soft breeze and the warmth, you feel yourself drifting, so pleasant, so relaxing, just drifting and relaxing, feeling the warmth, the soft breeze, drifting. Knowing that whenever you are ready, whether it is in a few moments or after you wake from sleep, you will open your eyes feeling refreshed and relaxed.